Good Wednesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our absolutely gorgeous weather window from this afternoon. And boy, lots of blue sky out there. Temperatures very, very mild for this time of year. And boy, hardly a breath of wind. Hope you had a chance to get outside and enjoy the beautiful day. This is a gorgeous shot from our Wenatchee Heights cross camera looking down at the Wenatchee Valley, and still plenty of snowpack. In fact, we're going to tell you about a story coming up about Snoqualmie Pass, but look at this for Stevens Pass. Just in the month of February, snow water equivalent 23 inches. We're talking that is moisture from the snow alone in February up on Stevens Pass. And as you can tell by that graph on the right, that is way above where Stevens Pass should be this time of year. And we'll talk more about Snoqualmie Pass and your weather forecast coming up a little bit later on. And now here are a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. A Grant County man convicted of child rape told an appeals court his accusers were motivated by their immigration status. President Joe Biden gave a directive yesterday to prioritize teachers and school staff for COVID-19 vaccinations. And Washington is responding, and in a survey in January, about 20% of adults in Washington said they would not seek vaccination for the coronavirus. But first, our top story tonight. The two suspects arrested in East Wenatchee over the weekend in a string of fraudulent credit card purchases are also suspected of similar crimes now in Wenatchee. One of them, 33-year-old Anthony Nobel Johnson of Moses Lake, was sought by Wenatchee police at the time for purchasing goods on a stolen credit card at Stan's Mary Mart. Both he and a female suspect, 27-year-old Lexis Zarbach, allegedly admitted to purchases at stores around the valley using stolen cards. Johnson is jailed in Chelan County on possible charges of identity theft and possessing stolen property. A Grant County man convicted of child rape told an appeals court his accusers were motivated by their immigration status. Carmelo Hernandez Sierra was convicted in a jury trial back in 2019. In his appeal, Hernandez said the family members who accused him were using claims of abuse to try to get a U visa available to immigrants who are victims of domestic violence or sex offenses. Yesterday, the State Court of Appeals turned down that claim, saying Hernandez had a chance to provide evidence for it during his trial and was even allowed to question one of his accusers in court. Hernandez is serving an indeterminate prison sentence for at least 25 years for that crime. He could remain in prison for life. Meanwhile, President Joe Biden yesterday gave a directive to prioritize teachers and school staff for COVID-19 vaccinations, and Washington is responding. Governor Jay Inslee added teachers, school staff, and licensed child care workers to those eligible in the current vaccination Phase 1B tier. Until now, that group has been limited to people 65 years and older, plus those 50 and older who live in a multi-generational household. Superintendent of Public Instruction Chris Reichdahl says school employees everywhere in the state will have access to at least one dose of the vaccine this month. The federal government expects to gather a healthy stockpile of the 3 approved coronavirus vaccine in the next few months, enough to inoculate every American adult by the end of May. Well, however, that being said, in a survey in January, about 20% of adults in Washington said they would not seek vaccinations for the coronavirus, but more than half said they would accept the possible life-saving shot. Mass vaccinations have been underway for more than a month here in north central Washington. At a press conference yesterday, Chelan Douglas Health District Administrator Luke Davies said vaccine hesitancy so far has not been a problem.
Specifically with the 1A group, we found that there were a number of healthcare providers who wanted to wait. And part of the reason they wanted to wait was because they were young, healthy, and wanted to prioritize other people. We know that there are groups out there that do have some vaccine hesitancy. Right now, we've had such limited supply that we're just focused on people who want it right now. And so we're in the process of making sure that we have a communication strategic plan to be able to when we have enough supply, pull in the people who are hesitant and make sure they have more opportunities to come get a vaccine. But right now across the state, local health jurisdictions are fighting really hard just to be able to keep up with the logistics of giving it to the people who want it.
State and federal health officials say it will take a vaccination rate of about 70% for the population to gain herd immunity to the virus. Coming up next, the state says Snoqualmie Pass has recorded its snowiest season in more than 20 years, and crews are still dealing with the aftermath. The Chelan Douglas Land Trust is offering a series of free virtual presentations exploring some hidden aspects of our local ecosystems. And the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society is offering pet microchip clinics each Wednesday in March, beginning on March 10th. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Family roles change with time. You may find yourself being an unpaid caregiver to a loved one. Caregiving can be rewarding, but also stressful. Taking care of yourself is vital. Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington has low or no cost services for unpaid caregivers, such as in-home support, care supplies, and counseling. Connect in your local area by calling Aging and Adult Care at 800-572-4459 and mention you're interested in caregiver support.
Link Transit is ready when you are. With enhanced health and safety measures, we've installed upgraded air purifiers and safety partitions between drivers and passengers. Plus, the interior of all of our buses are thoroughly cleaned and disinfected every day. When riding Link Transit, please remember to wear a mask, maintain physical distance, sign up for transit alerts, and stay home if you are sick. Healthier Transit is here. Go to linktransit.com to learn more.
Don't worry, all the fun is around the corner. There's no better time to get ready than now with Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa Spring Sale. Stock Up and Save sale is now going on in-store and online at bluelagoonpoolandspa.com. Even pool heaters are on sale. Financing available upon approval. Credit 24-month, no interest with equal payments. Stop by today or order online at bluelagoonpoolandspa.com. Free water testing available in-store or curbside. Going on now through June 1st.
Welcome back. In another news, the state says Snoqualmie Pass has recorded its snowiest season in more than 20 years, and crews are still dealing with the aftermath. The pass was closed again this morning for avalanche control work, one of numerous closures in recent weeks. The pass recorded its heaviest one-day snowfall ever on February 12th with 31.5 inches. That broke a record set in 1975. By Tuesday of this week, a total of 412 inches of snow had fallen in the pass, far above the 317-inch average by this time. That snow has led to more than 50 hours of pass closures for wrecks and avalanche control. Stevens Pass has also been hammered this season, as we mentioned earlier, with record snowfall in February and its own share of closures. Well, the Chelan Douglas Land Trust is offering a series of free virtual presentations exploring some hidden aspects of our local ecosystems. On 3 consecutive Thursdays in March, experts will share information about our natural surroundings, followed by an opportunity for the audience to ask questions. The series begins Thursday, March 11th on salamanders of Central Washington, followed by a Pacific salmon presentation on Thursday, March 18th, and then will end on Thursday, March 25th with information on restoring unseen desert diversity. The 45-minute Zoom talks are free, and for more information, you can go to www.cdlandtrust.org. Well, the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society is offering pet microchip clinics each Wednesday in March, beginning March 10th. The clinics are from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. with appointments required. All pets are eligible for the microchips at a cost of $25. You can make an appointment by calling the Humane Society, and that phone number is 662-9577. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
Mary Maids of Wenatchee has been professionally cleaning and sanitizing homes and businesses in North Central Washington since 1998. Mary Maids uses commercial-grade cleaners and viricides. Mary Maids has implemented additional safety and sanitation protocols. They are strictly following CDC guidelines for the safety of their clients and employees. For expert help with cleaning and sanitizing your home or business, call or look up Mary Maids of Wenatchee to schedule your free estimate today.
The 2021 models are arriving at Sangster Motors. General Motors is on the move with the all-new 2021 Yukon. Yukon is redesigned from the ground up with a bold new look and all the latest technology. Also new is the Canyon AT4 pickup. This off-road equipped mid-size truck will challenge any rival for performance and value. Both of these models will offer Duramax diesel options for maximum power and economy. The American Challenge is game on at Sangster Motors now.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. In tonight's feature story, citizens during the pandemic have gotten used to doing business with government offices that are closed or only open by appointment. Now, local officials are talking about timelines for when they might be able to throw their doors open to the public once more. Wenatchee Mayor Frank Kuntz brought up the subject Tuesday in a Zoom meeting with Chelan County commissioners.
As the governor has moved us into stage 2 or phase 2 or second quarter, I don't know what it's called anymore. There's some discussion that governments can open their offices to sort of normal business, like people paying their utility bill at City Hall, people going in and paying the property taxes with the treasurer, and doing car tabs in person. The city is not quite ready to do that yet, but I sort of thought maybe if the city and the county were talking to each other, if there was some consensus of doing it, that maybe we do it at the same time or with some of the same sorts of provisions. So I don't exactly know when it's going to happen, but it sounds like if we wanted to, we could open City Hall. Can't have people at meetings yet, but we could have people come up and pay their utility bill.
Well, I like the idea, Frank, of doing it at the same time. I think it sends a clear message that we're comfortable with that and that we're working with the city on doing that. That way one office isn't open and the other one is closed. I know that we had our conversation back in December and decided to kind of hold off for a little bit on that particular piece as we continue to move forward. I think as we get more people vaccinated, I think that as we kind of start to take a look, and we're still seeing our numbers, I just got another report on our numbers. You know, we're down to like a 140 per 100,000 now, just came out today. And so as we continue to watch those numbers decline, I think that we need to really start having that conversation. I think in the next week or so, we have our department head meeting, and I think this is a conversation for us to have with all of our other peer electeds, find out what their comfort level is, and then we can get back to you on that particular piece once we have that conversation. Yeah, I think in April, May, maybe at the latest, but April timeframe. And I would like to know that the health department and the health officer is kind of on board, and we kind of have that collective conversation with them as well.
And part of this is making sure that our staff is ready, that they're prepared, and that the community's prepared, and that we're looking at it the right way. It's safe for not only customers who want to come in, but also for our employees. Right. And just knowing that it's coming. And I think there's quite a few government agencies over on the coast that are open and have been open. And so I just want to make sure we're hopefully thinking about it collectively.
Time now to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast, and I hope you had a great day tonight, today, and if you had to work all day, I hope during your break you got a chance to get outside and enjoy the beautiful day that we had all across North Central Washington. Brilliant blue sky for most of the day today and very mild temperatures too. In fact, Almanac today, our unofficial high temperature this afternoon, 55 degrees, 7 degrees above where we should be at 48. 30 was our low this morning, and that's pretty much normal for this time of year. Our record high on this date, that was 2020. Last year, our record high of 62 degrees, and just 1 year before that, our record low, weather's crazy, I know, was in 2019. Sunrise 6:36, and the sun will set a little bit later on at 5:49. Let's take a look now at what we can expect as we get you into your Thursday, as we head into the end of our work week, our first full week of March. And boy, it's been a beautiful one, hasn't it? And that's going to continue tomorrow too for Thursday. Almost 60 in Moses Lake tomorrow, mid to upper 50s in the rest of the Columbia Basin. Wenatchee about 54, Cashmere 53, Chelan, your high tomorrow, a beautiful 53 degrees. Taking a look at tonight now, we will see mostly clear skies. Look at this, all over the western and central United States, clear skies. We will enjoy calm wind conditions overnight, so it should be very nice. As we get into our Thursday, we just mentioned it. I think a few more clouds for Thursday. We'll definitely see increasing clouds late in the day. It will stay unseasonably warm with high temperatures once again, as we showed you, mainly in the mid to upper 50s. And here's the next round of moisture. It will begin pushing in late in the evening on Thursday. That could give us a slight chance of a sprinkle, and then about a 30% chance for mainly morning showers on Friday. Things will stay mostly cloudy in the afternoon and still mild with high temperatures in the low 50s. As we kick off our upcoming weekend, boy, it's going to be nice Saturday. Mostly sunny, calm, and beautiful. We are still going to see unseasonably warm temperatures, mainly in the low 50s for us on Saturday, before we begin then to cool down back to normal on Sunday. Mostly cloudy, a 20% chance for mainly late evening showers and into Monday. It's a lot like we're going to see tomorrow night into Friday, and then about a 20% chance for showers on Monday. I think that'll mainly be in the morning as well. Temperatures back to normal, and we will continue with that trend too as we move into the end of our forecast on Tuesday with partly cloudy skies and temperatures near normal. And keep in mind, that's the upper 40s. Let's take a look now at your 7-day forecast. Tonight we'll drop down to 34 degrees, 54 for your Thursday, a nice one, 39, our overnight low. Rain showers overnight into Friday morning, and then a 30% chance for mainly morning showers for Friday and 53, 51 and beautiful on Saturday before possibly some more showers Sunday night into Monday. And by the time we get into the end of our forecast on Tuesday, expect partly cloudy skies, seasonal temperatures with highs around 48. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Snyder with Black Rock Asphalt Services here in Wenatchee, your local Black Rock seal coat company. Have you looked at your driveway or parking lot lately? Is it gray and oxidized? Does it have cracks that have not been taken care of? Or do you have striping that is pretty much non-existent? Please give us a call locally here, 509-665-9769. Learn more at blackrockasphaltsealcoating.com.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
With TV advertising, what we want to do is more deeply connect with the community.
People spot me in different parts around North Central, Costco and Wenatchee, say, hey, you're the pizza guy. And so they wouldn't know that if it weren't for the TV commercials we've done.
We've been here so long that people already know who we are and what we do, but to have that image flash on their television screen as opposed to just hearing it on the radio or seeing it in the newspaper, I just love the fact that we can actually put our finger on when a customer comes in and says, I saw your ad.
It's becoming increasingly difficult in this digital age to know where are your customers listening or watching, because I watch all the different channels that they watch too, like Cooking Channel, History Channel, and so it was wonderful to be able to be on there.
I would say that if you want to do business in Wenatchee, then you should connect with the people of Wenatchee, and there's no better way to do that than with NCWLIFE.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Wednesday to you. The Cashmere girls soccer team started off the season on the right foot last night, Downing visiting Chelan 9-0. The Bulldogs struck early and often as junior forward Molly High scored on a breakaway goal in the first minute of action to put Cashmere ahead 1-0. The home squad tacked on 2 more goals in the first half to take a 3-0 lead into intermission. Sophomore Grace Norman scored 3 goals to pick up the hat trick, and she also added 3 assists. Elizabeth High added 2 goals, and Carly Diaz scored a goal and picked up 2 assists. Abby Fritz and Natalie Dart also added goals for the Bulldogs, and Zoe Brown added an assist. Cashmere had 29 shots on goal and limited the Goats to just 4. Goalkeepers Tess Scott and Ava Courtney combined on the shutout. Well, you'd certainly understand if Eastmont was a little weary after its dramatic 2-1 shootout win over rival Wenatchee last Saturday, especially since the Wildcats were on the road for the night last night on a first trip to Ephrata High School. Eastmont showed no sign of letting up, jumping out to a 5-0 lead at half, coasting to a 7-0 win. Jaden Brown and Megan Chandler each had 2 goals to help the Wildcats to a 2-0 start on the season. Also contributing a goal apiece in the offensive onslaught were Paige and Riley Fisher. Tigers scored an own goal just before half. Well, part of the challenge for local athletic directors, besides trying to put together high school sports during a pandemic, is appeasing the families of players who want to watch them play. Now, due to phasing restrictions on capacity percentages, most schools in the region are allowing very few, if any, fans to physically attend games. An attempt at a solution is the NFHS Network. This is an online streaming service that, for a nominal fee, allows supporters of schools or teams to watch games online. Wenatchee Athletic Director Jim Beeson admits there are limitations.
I can say that our learning how to stream and webcast all of our games gives us a new appreciation for what you guys do on a regular basis, because we've been, and that's probably what I've had more phone calls and text messages about, is just issues with some of that stuff, and trying to, the parents frustrated because it's not as clear, or they don't know who's who or whatever. But
Eastmont AD Russ Waterman says they're trying to use social media as much as possible to help fans follow along, but it's happy to have the NCWLIFE channel as a partner in broadcasting games throughout the season.
And if you follow the Wildcats on Facebook or Twitter, you're going to get a lot of in-game updates. We're rolling out a little bit of social media for in-game updates and wins and losses and stats and everything else like that. We're trying to add that to our repertoire to make this a special year and a shortened season. So follow those 2 sites, and you can stay up to speed. So I appreciate, Erica, what you guys are doing with NCWLIFE. I know that we're working on trying to get you that NFHS network code so you can broadcast on the website. But you're going to be live on ncwlife.com, right? You're going to be having that as a live broadcast for us, so people can go there. So there's a free option for them, and always on video on demand and delay for after the events. If people can't watch it live, we'll repeat those. And you know, I can't thank you enough for doing what you're doing. That means a lot to us, and I'm glad we can make that partnership happen, both Wenatchee and the Cashmere and us.
We will broadcast girls swimming and diving tomorrow from the Eastmont Aquatic Center, featuring Eastmont, Wenatchee, and Moses Lake. We'll be at Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl on Friday at 6:30 for Wenatchee and Moses Lake football. Then on Saturday at 1, we'll be at Eastmont's Wildcat Stadium for Eastmont and Moses Lake girls soccer. Beeson also had high praise for NCWLIFE after a debacle last weekend and Wenatchee's soccer game with Eastmont.
We had a minor snafu on my part. I programmed our cameras to go off at 4, and that's just about the time the penalty kick started. So I learned my lesson there. I screwed up, and I just got to learn from it and move on. But again, I would echo what Russell said, especially after this weekend. The job that you guys do and the professionalism that you guys have with the job that you're doing is much appreciated for. And I know I can guarantee our football people are going to be ecstatic the fact that you guys are doing the game on Friday night.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to it. And for those Cashmere fans out there, we'll be able to get a Cashmere game in. In fact, the Pear Bowl. I'm looking forward to that one, Jeff. I don't know about you.
Absolutely. The big one. Yep. Pear Bowl. Looking forward to it here in Cashmere.
Cashmere Athletic Director Jeff Carlson also on that Zoom conference with yours truly. You can see the entire interview on our website at NCWLIFE.com. Well, the Mariners are 1-1 in Cactus League play after a 6-1 loss at the hands of Cleveland Tuesday. Yusei Kikuchi got his first start of the spring for Seattle, allowing a run on a hit with 3 strikeouts and a walk in 2 innings. Manager Scott Service says he was happy with how Kikuchi looked.
Not quite as much offense from us today, but I thought, pitching wise, Kikuchi, thought his stuff was really sharp, very aggressive, kind of amped up a little bit in the first inning. Had the 0-2 walk, which then the double after led to the 1 run, but happy with the way he threw the ball.
Seattle was on the road today at Sloan Park in Mesa, Arizona to take on the Chicago Cubs. We'll have a score on that for you tomorrow. Also, the Pac-12 women's basketball tournament underway today at Mandalay Bay Event Center in Las Vegas. Coming up later on this evening, if you will. Well, right now, as a matter of fact, it is Washington State taking on Utah, and that's followed by Washington and Colorado. All the games broadcast on the Pac-12 network. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Grandstrom on the NCW Life channel. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. And finally tonight, the Washington State Department of Transportation pulled out a string of references to the Beatles' Abbey Road album after its camera captured an image of 4 deer using a crosswalk Tuesday in Twisp. First, WashDOT dubbed the deer John, Paul, George, and Ringo. They then added, quote, something in the way they move has us glad to see them come together, unquote. WashDOT then speculated the deer were possibly headed to an octopus's garden. Great job. And if you have a video or picture you'd like to see on the NCW Life Evening News, message us on our Facebook page at the NCW Life channel. Now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thank you very much, Grant. Of course, starting tomorrow, Thursday, I will be on vacation. I'll be heading south to play a little golf, so Eric Grandstrom will be filling. You know what? I just got back from vacation. So join me tomorrow for Thursday's Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, and I'll figure out what it is that I do for a living. Fair enough? Live and local tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. for a Thursday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Dan, and glad to have you back. And I know Eric is glad to have you back. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us, and have a great night.
Boating in the Wenatchee Valley starts at Bob File Boats and Motors. Now you can fish like a pro without breaking the bank thanks to the ProMag aluminum fishing boat by Smokercraft. It features a great layout with a spacious bow casting platform, huge live wells, and in-floor storage to safely stow your gear. See the Smokercraft line of boats at Bob File Boats and Motors on Sunset Highway in East Wenatchee or online at bobfile.com.
Bob File Boats and Motors, we're dealing. Bob File's gonna make you smile.
Collins Fashions is looking forward to spring, but we know we still have many cool days ahead. So come help us transition from winter to spring and enjoy great savings on quality jeans, tees, sweaters, jackets, vests, coats, etc., etc. Jackets and coats are now 50% off, and boots, and take an extra 20% off on red tag clothing. Spring fashions are arriving daily, so pop in and see colors and fashions that will freshen your wardrobe. Brighton's spring collection, handbags, and jewelry will definitely delight you. Collins Fashions, where fun meets fashion in downtown Wenatchee.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you get 35 years of experience and customer service in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's friendly staff strongly believe in repairing before replacing and service all major brands of HVAC units. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning is your local, independent, trained comfort specialists, proudly serving all of North Central Washington. Call 884-6444 today.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellingson here from Live It Up. Join us every week as we answer your questions on health, wealth, and relationships.
We're all about you creating a life that you love, so tune in to Live It Up.